Hi everyone, welcome back to English with Catherine. Today I'm going to be showing you 10 very common mistakes made by my students. I will show you the incorrect way and then I will show you the correct way. So have a listen to see if you're also making these mistakes and then you can just correct accordingly. So shall we get started? I hope you're ready. Number 1 is depends of. Depends of. Now, this is a very common mistake. A lot of my students say it depends of something, but this is incorrect. We always say depends on or depending on, never of or in. For example, I'm not sure whether to visit my friend tomorrow. It depends on the weather, because it's supposed to snow. Number 2 is borrow or lend. Borrow or lend. A very common mistake is that students will say, she borrowed me a pen. She borrowed me a pen. But this is incorrect. So the person who is lending something owns it and is just letting someone else use it. The person borrowing something doesn't own it and will just give it back when they are finished using it. For example, on the weekend, my sister lent me her boots for a dog walk because it was raining and muddy and I didn't have the right boots. I could also say, I borrowed my sister's boots on the weekend for a dog walk. Number 3 is we are 7. We are 7, a very common error when describing your family in total, so how many people that are in your family. Students say, we are 7, but this is incorrect. What we actually say is, there are 7 of us. There are 7 of us. We also need to use this when talking about being part of a group of people. For example, on the weekend, I went to my friend's birthday party. It was really fun because there were 50 of us. Number 4, I have forgotten my phone at home. I have forgotten my phone at home. Now, a very common mistake, if you forget something like, for example, your mobile phone, is to say, I have forgotten my phone at home. But this is incorrect. It is correct to say, I have forgotten my phone. That's fine. But if you want to say where you last had it or where you think it is in that moment, we need to use the verb leave. So, I have left my phone at home. So the full sentence could be, I've forgotten my phone. Damn. I've left it at home. I've left it at home, or I've left it in my car. I will have to go back and get it. Number 5 is, I have lost my bus. I have lost my bus. A very common mistake. When you get to the bus station or the train station and you realise you're too late for your bus, you're too late for your train, you say, I have lost my bus or I have lost my train, but this is incorrect. The correct way is to say, I have missed my bus or I have missed my train. For example, yesterday I missed my bus and I had to wait for a whole hour in the freezing cold for the next one. But that's living in the countryside for you. Number 6 is, I need to prepare my luggage. I need to prepare my luggage. Now, a common mistake is when students are going on holiday and they want to tell me that they need to put their things in a bag for their holiday. They say, I need to prepare my luggage, but this is incorrect. So what we actually say is, I need to pack. That's it. I need to pack. So I really enjoy packing, but I love being organised. So I usually pack about 2 or 3 days before going on holiday. I know, I'm very strange. Number 7 is foot fingers. Foot fingers. A very common mistake when describing the flappy things on your feet is to call them foot fingers. But this is incorrect. So this is quite amusing to me. I absolutely love this because why don't we call them foot fingers? We should, right? But no, we actually call them toes. Toes. It's very important to keep your toes warm in this freezing weather. Number 8 is I'm in the train. I'm in the train. Students often say when they're travelling by train, they say I'm in the train. I was in the train in the past. But this is incorrect. Prepositions of place when it comes to transport can be so confusing. Am I in, at or on a plane, train or bus? Well, it's actually on a train. And what I usually teach my students is that for public transport, it's on. So you're on a plane, you're on a train and you're on a bus. When I'm on a train, I love reading books and drinking coffee. It is the most romantic way to travel. Number 9 is I finished to do something. I finished to do something. A very common mistake is to say, for example, I have finished to clean my room. I have finished to clean my room. But this is incorrect. What we actually need to use here is the gerund cleaning. And something you can learn today is that after the verbs finish, start, begin, we use gerund. So that's verb plus ing. For example, I have finished packing for my holiday. Or I have started filling out my tax return. Or I have finally begun reading my new book. Number 10 is I have been there last year. I have been there last year. Very common error is to say when talking about travelling, I have been to Australia 2 years ago. Or I have been to France last year. But this is incorrect. So the present perfect tense can be so confusing, and it's probably the most common error people make in general speaking. But something you can learn today is when using the present perfect tense, we don't use specific times, okay? If you want to tell me the specific time that you did something, you need to use the simple past tense. So you need to say, I went to France last year. I went there last year. I did that last year. I hope you found this video useful. Maybe you don't make any of those mistakes. Maybe you make 3 or 4 of them, but we're always learning, aren't we? When we're learning a new language, there's always things to learn. It's a work in progress, and that's absolutely fine. So I will see you next week for another video. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.